So the theory of change, all it means is that you're laying out what are the inputs or what are your resources that you're putting in, what are the day-to-day operations, and what does that produce? What are your outputs? Like how many kits did you sell today? That's outputs, and how does it lead to change? And that change is what we call outcomes. And the way I define outcomes is if there is a change in skills, behavior, attitude, and knowledge. So it's KSAB. So if there's a change in these four aspects in your target audience, in your target clientele, that's what's called an outcome, which then ultimately contributes to impact, right? So step one, start with your theory of change. Step two is then you identify indicators per each level of theory of change. And I'll show you just visually what that looks like in a second. Then step three is you decide, okay, how am I actually going to collect the data towards these indicators? Step four is what kind of tools do I need? Tools, again, I'm using very development language. It just means what kind of survey you want to put in place, or do you want to just collect some quick data from your customers when you are already in touch with them? So that's what I mean by tool. The fifth step is, of course, you have to analyze data. That means nothing until you analyze it and you gain the insight from it. And then step six, this is that virtuous cycle, right? Is that you adapt your operations and strategies. This is, to me, the key goal. Even beyond reporting to stakeholders, it's really about adapting your operations and strategies. So it is a virtual cycle. It is not linear. So let me pause there.
Should we have one of the teams just quickly present their current theory of change, like at a high level?
Sure, we can do that.
Dan and Kevin, do you guys have a current one that you're comfortable sharing?
So I guess we create meal kits to alleviate the barriers posed by the social determinants of health, like affordability, accessibility, and education around nutritious food, to prevent or that causes chronic disease, so to prevent chronic disease.
Perfect.
Right. So how do you think change is going to occur, and why do you think change is going to occur? That's what your theory of change captures. And you can use it as a communication asset, right? To talk amongst your teammates, amongst your stakeholders, like, this is what my business aims to do. This is how the details of it, this is how I'm going to do it. And these are the outputs, and these are the expected this is the expected change. That's what outcomes mean. So this is the expected change that I'm going to see, and this is the impact that I'm going to create. And impact can also be replaced by your mission statement. I've seen that happen quite a bit as well. Does